Max Tooley. Maximus, my guy with the interception, my guy.
Let's go, baby.
Who, by the way, everybody, forget about football. How is your wife, Max Tooley?
She's good. She's solid.
How are you as a husband, dude? Max Tooley got married this summer. Like,
I'm trying my best. She brings the standard high, so she always expects a lot. So that's how marriage is supposed to be, though.
does marriage change you? Like, how is that? Because it was fun. Max, you guys should follow Max Tooley on Instagram. Watching your wedding watching all the pictures and just seeing, and this is probably corny, but I'm being dead serious, bro. The happiness in your face on that day and just the glow that you guys had, like when you think about, like, that's got to change you as a dude.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. People always say that getting married changes you a little bit, but yeah, that day was one of those days that for sure you're not gonna feel that same sort of joy again. So yeah, it was an amazing experience. Happy
welcome
day.
to the old white guy club at BYU. I know you guys are all married and whatnot, but you took your life down to Arkansas, and my God, you and I, when I saw you last winter, you and I talked about big plays and interceptions and being around the football, and you told me how much you love that. How much fun was playing a huge role on that defense in a win over Arkansas?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, everyone watching the broadcast, everyone there at the game, you could feel the excitement in the air. But yeah, it's everything you want out of a big time matchup like that, an SEC game going down there in front of their home stadium in one of their most packed games they've ever had in their time as a football program, which is a long time. So, it was a really good feeling to leave there with a dub. Show those SEC fans what we're made of, and always showing up for the BYU fans. So.
Let's go. Max Tooley from BYU joins us on the Monty Show. One of the other things that I thought was so interesting was the gravity and the magnitude of the moments. I think it's a really important statement for you guys with all the questions, with all the changes you guys made defensively, to see Tyler Batty be the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week, to see the contribution that you and Bywater had, to see the core of this defensive group that's been here now and went through all those changes. I don't know, is thriving too strong of a word, but to see you guys performing at such a high level, you've got to take some satisfaction in that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. After first couple games against, teams where we know we should have handled them, it's kind of hard to gauge exactly where we're at. But yeah, going and beating Arkansas, really showing improvement week to week. That's what we've been aiming to do, and that's what we aim to do this coming week as well. So.
Yeah, and I think before I ask you about Kansas, I do want to ask you about one other thing with you. You look faster. You look stronger. You look like a really refined athlete right now. What did you do this summer to get yourself in this position? Because with all due respect, I just think you look light years better than I've ever seen you as a football player, especially from a speed department. I saw you overrun a tackle, and you probably don't want me to point that out, but I saw you overrun a tackle because you are a jackrabbit getting to the flat there. Like, what did you do this summer to get yourself in this position?
I mean, shoot, yeah. My whole goal this offseason was just to gain, 10, 15, 20 pounds, whatever I could. So, most of that was, focusing in on my diet, eating the calories, but, as well, coming off of a shoulder surgery, I was just trying to, train my lower body, get my lower body as explosive as possible. Put some weight down there, put some weight wherever I can once my shoulder got a little healthier. And yeah, naturally that speed with the training we do here, that kind of just comes. But I appreciate the words.
Yeah, dude,
I look faster. So
yeah, you look fast, my guy. And I want to ask you about Jacob Robinson because this is not a defense that's known or hasn't been in the last several years. I think you guys have had coverage issues. I think watching your ability this year from the D-line, to the linebackers and behind the linebackers in that secondary, it just looks like You guys are faster, more prepared, and more skilled. How good is your secondary, and how good are the guys behind you right now?
No, yeah. I mean, those guys have come in and they've asked to do, or they've been asked to do a lot in our new defense. You know, they're asked to play a lot of man coverage. You know, having Eddie, having Cam coming from Weber, those guys have been clutch, and obviously Jacob's been making plays all over the field the first 3 games. So yeah, it's been huge. It's huge for every part of the defense. You know, the defensive line, the linebackers. There's going to be more plays to be made when those guys are locking down their coverage.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you're going to have to lock your coverage down this week because obviously Lawrence is no pleasure cruise, and now Jalen Daniels looks great. What does that Kansas offense look like on tape?
No, yeah. I mean, they're a big physical offensive line, great quarterback, great athlete. You know, you show a lot of similarities to what Arkansas brought to the table. Their O-line does move. They move. They get lateral. They're not afraid to come downhill. So yeah, it's going to be another physical test for us. But we're excited. You know, they've always been one of the better offenses in the Big 12 the past couple of years. So we're excited to take on the challenge, starting out our season in the Big 12, starting out BYU's career in the Big 12. So.
Indeed, and the last thing I'll ask you about is discipline, because one of the things I'm so curious about, how have you guys graded out through the first couple of games on assignment sound football? Because I think one of the things we haven't seen a lot of wide open guys. We haven't seen a lot of guys out of position leading to big plays. I feel like you guys have been pretty disciplined, pretty assignment sound. Have you been, and how much room for improvement in that area is there?
Yeah, you know, there's obviously been mistakes, you know, like you mentioned earlier, open field tackles that should have been made. Am I still on? Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
We just wanted to center you up with the mustache and the beautiful background.
I don't know what y'all can see, if you can see the camera, but yeah, no, it's just a matter of fixing the things week to week. Yeah, we've been able to close in on some mistakes, fix some mistakes each week. But yeah, scheme wise, yeah, we're doing a good job. We're still picking up the defense fully, and at least me personally. But yeah, Justin Enna, he grades us pretty tough. So I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement, especially in the backer end. We got a lot of plays out there that we should have made. So yeah, I'm always my harshest critic as well. I know where I need to step it up and to make some changes. So.
Well, you know, Kalani told us at Big 12 Football Media Days you're one of his favorite football players.
Is that right?
Yeah, and hey, wait, I got to ask you about the name pronunciation thing. His name is Satake, not Sataki, and apparently he won't correct people on that. So do you call him Coach Sataki or Coach Satake?
I just call him Kalani. He likes us to call him Kalani. He's that kind of coach, you know. We're at a first name basis. You know, I've known him for 5 years. So, you know, he's just a friend at this point. You know, obviously we have a lot of respect for the guy, but yeah, that's how he likes to be addressed. So.
Yeah, that came out on the broadcast over the weekend.
Too. So yeah,
you know,
I'll probably just say Satake. You know, I don't got the Polynesian dialect down.
My guy. Well, look, married Max Tooley, I hope you continue to thrive. Stay healthy, man. It's a heck of a lot of fun to watch you play football. Thanks for hopping on the phone, and good luck in Lawrence this weekend.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
There you go. Max Tooley, the linebacker at BYU. And I'm telling you, he looks really good. Mm-hmm. He looks really good. And I just think the world of this BYU defense so far, because I think the character that came out in that Arkansas game, that was not an easy win. That was a difficult win. That was one of those games that could easily have gone one way or the other, and BYU just made plays. Max made plays.
I think it's that discipline you talk about, right? I mean, if you're going to win those close games, you have to be disciplined with doing your job. And I know it's like the corny cliche thing to be like, hey, if each of the 11 guys just does their job, we're going to be in a great spot as a team. But that truly is the situation on defense. Like, Max Tooley is an integral part of what the BYU defense does. And if he misses this one tackle, that could lead to something else. So the fact that he's added weight, he is faster, he is making more plays, just performing at a higher level, that is only going to help that defense thrive. And I think thrive is the word. This defense looks more energetic. We don't have to talk about rush 1, drop 9. Like, we don't have to do that anymore, right? Like, I just, it was last year's defense, with all due respect, because I love the boys down there, but last year's defense was just, as I always say, unimaginative, very boring, very rigid in concept and scheme, right? We're just going to drop back. We're going to play a bunch of zone, and let's just hope for the best. That's essentially what you were doing on defense. And this year's defense is much better than that. There's more creativity. There's more playmaking. There's more freedom within the scheme. And I think that is why you see guys making plays.
You mean this is why?
This is why. My bad.
Big shout out to Aaron Wilson, who, as usual, is gifted 2 memberships.
Let's go, baby.
Aaron, appreciate you. Thank you very much. All of our college football talk on the Monty Show, as always, presented by our friends at TryDayTrading.com. TryDayTrading.com/Monty. Make sure you get your $10 30-day membership at TryDayTrading.com. It's 30 days to show you the rest of your life. And if I said, give me $10, I'll show you the rest of your life, you would say yes. Go and do it at TryDay Trading. They take that $10, they give it to charity, so it's a tax write-off. And then you get their entire program for 30 days. What do you have to lose? If it's not for you in those 30 days, walk away at the end. You don't have to pay anything. There's no obligation, right? But you're going to do what everybody else has done. Everybody else sees the earning potential. Everybody else sees the absolute career and growth and human development that happens when you challenge yourself to live the best life possible. That's what TryDayTrading.com gives you. They give you the opportunity to live your best life. Stop complaining about your boss or your job or having to go back to the office and get to TryDayTrading.com/Monty. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show.